Did you miss me? So I should probably start by apologizing because it's been 2 months, I think, since... Life is wild. Stuff happened. I moved. I got a new job. Everything's crazy. And that is why I am not recording in the cave, you know, the usual space. I am in my boyfriend's friend's, not bedroom, office. Is that what we'll call this?
Yeah, it would be an office.
It's the office. Say hi. Come say hello.
I'm over here, though.
Well, come say hello. Come on, you're wasting time.
You're wasting time.
This is boyfriend.
Nope, other way. That's horrible. Hello.
Yeah. So, he's going to sit here while...
Here.
Over there. He's going to sit there while I talk about the fucking shit show that is going on right now. And, of course, I started this without my phone, so I'm just going to talk from memory, and we'll see how this goes. Wish me luck. So, the whole conversation was, most people were saying that we thought, I mean, first of all, let me start by saying, I don't know who hasn't been on Twitter lately, but if you haven't been on Twitter lately, fuck, you missed a lot. Zaughty is over, first of all. Zayn fucking dragged Naughty Boy through the mud, and you should definitely go look at those tweets because they're fucking hilarious. And now there's all these rumors and, you know, articles flying around saying that Zayn has apologized to Louis and that One Direction's getting, or that at least they're all, like, back on good terms. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, okay, so we villainized him and then we redeemed him and now he's coming back. Just like we all said would happen 3 months ago. I don't know. Just saying. Anyway, so, honestly don't have a fucking clue what the whole point of the Zaughty fight was supposed to be, because they didn't really, I guess they're trying to sell that, like, this fight happened because a cover video got uploaded, which, that's pretty fucking tragic if that's their reasoning for this whole, you know, he fucking ditches One Direction to go run off and do a solo career with this guy, and now their entire relationship is over because a video got uploaded. So, okay, we'll buy that. That's fine. So now, we had, you know, the whole idea was that there was the villainizing him arc and then the redemption arc, and we saw that when, you know, they had him turn his back on everyone, and he got in that Twitter fight with Louis, and everyone was like, now he's evil, and he started, like, doing fashion, or he was going to be a model or something for a while, like Louis Vuitton and all that bullshit, and I'm like, I mean, granted, he should be a model, but he should go back to One Direction first. So, they had that arc, and now they're bringing back around the, they're bringing it back to the redemption arc because, like we were all saying, we were pretty sure that he was going to come back for the North American leg of the tour, which obviously that's already started and he's not quite back yet, but I didn't think that they were going to be able to just bring him back at the very beginning, because that would have been kind of too obvious, and they're still trying to sell this as a stunt. So, or they're trying to sell it as the stunt being real, which pretty much everyone knows now, which is really tragic. Which also, let's talk about that. The fucking Louis getting a girl pregnant rumor. Honestly, I don't have a clue what that is. Everyone's like, please explain this. Is it a part of the stunt? Is it I don't know. I don't know why people is fucking circle jerking themselves all over this thing, but it's kind of tragic. And I'm just gonna go ahead and say Louis is not going to be a father. Like, I will take that to my grave. He did not get this girl pregnant. And I'm not saying that because Larry. A little bit because Larry. But mostly because, like, no, that didn't happen. That's almost as good. Alright, we'll see, now I'm blanking and I can't think of something that's comparable to. But, like, that's the worst rumor I've ever heard. So, don't stress yourselves out about that. I don't know where the rumor came from. Supposedly it came from this kid on YouTube who just wanted to see if he could get a rumor going, and apparently was very successful. But it also is really interesting timing, because it kind of, like, for the supposed biggest One Direction story of the year to hit right now, right when everything's happening with Zayn. I'm not going to say it's complete coincidence, because, like, you all know I don't believe in coincidences. And, yeah, all eyes are on them right now anyway because of Zayn and the Naughty Boy fight and him supposedly, like, reconciling with One Direction. So, I think that the headlines, they're aiming for them. I don't know how the fuck they're coming up with this stuff, but headlines are headlines, and I think it's very purposeful no matter where it's coming from. So, what's gonna happen now? Pretty much exactly what we thought was gonna happen. There's gonna be a whole thing of them, like, making up, and they're totally gonna be seen in public together and stuff, and then, yeah, I think that he's just gonna... I'm very curious to see whether or not there's going to be an announcement or he's just going to, like, show up on tour again. I don't really know how they're going to play that. I don't know how much they want to drag this thing out for, like, all it's worth, like, the attention and everything, because if they did have him just randomly show up at a concert, that would be, I mean, that's a little fucked, and that's also, like, please write a better fan fiction, I dare you. But then again, that's what this whole thing feels like anyway. So I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm going to go ahead and say it is safe to say that we will be seeing him back on stage very soon. And the other thing that a lot of people are pointing out is how could he be rejoining the band when the 5th album is supposedly pretty much done recording? Where the fuck has he been the last couple months? Just, like, chilling? Just, like, sitting around? No. I would be willing to bet, if I'm right about all this and he's going to be back, I would be willing to bet he's been in the studio and he's been writing with them and everything, because it's kind of, in my opinion, a little, like, too much of a coincidence that they all just happen to be in the same place. Like, Zayn just happens to be in LA when they're all in LA, and that, like, because he was there, when was he in LA? It was recent. They were all... I think it was LA or London. Maybe I'm losing my mind because it's like midnight. I don't know. But they were all in the same place at the same time. There was that big rumor that he was at the show a few weeks... No, it wasn't a few weeks ago. It was a few days ago. There was that picture that everyone was freaking out about, but that's super old. That's not... I mean, he has hair. Like, that's not from... On the topic of hair, that was another thing. Everyone was kind of questioning because, you know, when he quit One Direction, he kind of went crazy and he, like, cut all his hair off and dyed it a bunch of crazy colors. And supposedly he just dyed it back to black, and everyone's like... And I also am like... So, we'll see. But yeah. So, you know I've answered this question a lot of times before, but a lot of people are asking about it, especially now, because Naughty Boy is kind of pretty much going to be out of the picture, in my opinion, since his part of this is over. Unless they, I mean, I can't imagine what other part he would have to play, but, you know, they could potentially drag this out more and make it more of, like, a struggle thing to make it all more dramatic and shit for themselves, and maybe he'll stick around. I don't know. But, people keep asking, why would he get involved in this if it's literally just made, like, several billion teenage girls hate him? Bad press is better than no press. That's all. Simple as that. Nobody knew the name Naughty Boy 6 months ago. Now, like, fucking MTV is reporting on him. People Magazine is reporting on him. This is gonna be so good for him no matter what. Like, who's someone who's super hated but everyone knows their name? Help me.
Kanye West.
Okay, no one hates Yeezus. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
I love Yeezus. Praise Yeezus.
Oh my god. Okay. Anyway, point is, I'm sure, I can't think of anything, but I'm sure you can think of several people who, like, okay, fucking Iggy Azalea. Everyone fucking hates Iggy Azalea. She's garbage, and she's obnoxious, and I'm not saying this because, like, I don't like her music or anything. Like, no, she's a bad person, and, well, whatever. My point is, though, like, her career fucking blew up when people started hating her. So, Naughty Boy, like, this is good for him. It doesn't... That's just how fucked the music industry is. People would rather be hated than not be known. So, he was in on this, absolutely. I mean, I'm trying to think of any more questions that you guys have been asking a lot on Twitter lately, because, like, most of the stuff everyone's been asking, you know, I've said it in older videos, and I know those videos are, like, a half hour long, and they're hard to... I think I, like, have a total of, like, 2.5 hours of footage on YouTube, and, like, God bless any of you who have sat through all of it. But, yeah, most of that, honestly, if you want the full span of the stunt, the whole thing, like, I spelled out the whole thing over the course of those last 5 videos. So if you want to, like, commit yourself to that, have a great time. But this is what I think is going to happen from here on out. Also, speaking of what's going to happen from here on out and kind of what's been going on lately, I still firmly believed that Little Mix was a big part of the stunt. But it's been interesting because we haven't really been seeing a lot of Zaughty lately. Like, I don't remember the last time they were seen together or, you know, addressed together or anything like that. But if you've been paying attention, Little Mix is blowing the fuck up right now. Like, follow them on Instagram, follow them on Twitter, follow people who follow them. You know, they just put out their single and their music video. They're releasing their fragrance right now. I'm pretty sure their album is, like, done and coming very soon. So this is, like, massive promo time for them. And, of course, you know, Perry's name is attached to Zayn, so massive promo for Little Mix, massive promo for One Direction. Both of their names are, like, super focused on right now, and you bet your ass they're going to make a ton of money off this. So, but, okay, that brings me back to what's going to happen with Zaughty. Like, are they still getting married, or is that... Honestly, I don't have a fucking clue. I still am, like, weirdly on the fence about whether or not that's, like, oh my god, I didn't do 2 very important things. God, you know it's been a long time since I've made one of these. A, disclaimer, everything is my opinion. Nothing is fact. This is all a theory. Please don't, I don't know, write your college thesis and source me. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm a white girl staring at a fucking webcam. It's not a webcam this time, it's a real camera. Isn't that wild? I know. And second of all, Kate. Gotta throw it back to Kate, always, because she's responsible for a good majority of the people who are on Team PR Stunt. So, anyway, Kate, from day one, has been trying to convince me of ZM. I still haven't done, it's been 6 months, I haven't done any of my research. I'm sorry. I don't know. If you believe it, you're probably right. If you don't believe it, you're probably right. I don't know. But as far as Zaughty, I mean, I am still fairly convinced at this point that Zaughty is complete publicity. But I'm really curious because we were getting slammed with wedding rumors, like slammed with them for months and months and months, and now we haven't seen them together in weeks. So I don't really know how they're going to address that because it can't just go away. Like, people are expecting a wedding. So I'm expecting some kind of fallout there. I don't know how that's going to happen, if they're going to pull more fucking cheating rumors, but to be honest, I don't see cheating rumors happening because the whole thing they're trying to do right now is they're trying to redeem him so that they're trying to redeem Zayn so he can come back to the band and everyone will accept him back. So if they were to make him look shitty again, I don't think, that doesn't seem productive to me. But who knows, maybe they still want him to look like an asshole because that's what makes them money. But I do think it's very possible that we could be getting rumors and or confirmation of a breakup. But I don't know, maybe they'll keep drawing that out for a long time and maybe they'll just postpone the wedding again. How long have they been engaged? 3 fucking years? The wedding's never happening, people. So I don't really know where we're at with Zaughty, but Little Mix is doing fucking great, which everyone planned on. And I think what we should be expecting is, because Zayn is going to make this comeback at some point. I'm still fully convinced he'll be back on stage any day now. And when he, gonna say this, if you haven't, buy your fucking Otra tickets, like now, because I still haven't bought my tickets. I usually wait till the last minute, and you should buy them now because if the whole thing works the way it's supposed to, when Zayn comes back, those tickets are going to be fucking, like, unaccessible. They're going to be, like, going for thousands of dollars. They're going to stop existing because everyone's going to buy them up. So, like, buy your damn tickets, because that's the whole point of this. From the get-go, is they were trying to sell tickets to this fucking tour, and you know the minute this kid is back, all those tickets are going to be gone. Like, that was all they wanted, was to sell out the tour. So, because you know that's, like, going to be, the media is going to treat it as the second fucking coming of Jesus, Zayn's, like, redemption. And the tour is going to do great, the 5th album's going to do amazing. And then I don't know what's going to happen from there. I'm still anticipating complete rebrand, even though the rebrand is, like, well underway. Like, fucking baby rumors, like, modeling and all this shit. Like, they're adults now. They're doing fine. Also, the fact that, like, No Control is... No Control project, by the way. I never addressed that, but, like, guys, we're fucking awesome. That was so cool. Like, I'm not going to say that that was 100%, like, just... because, like, obviously the fans had an enormous influence, but, like, they wanted that to happen. That got picked up for a reason, but it was still amazing, and I'm super pumped about it. But that was such a major step for the rebrand. Like, their big song right now that everyone knows about because it blew up, and it had this whole, like,